big gulp of milk for sure. Would love to drown in a sea of it. It's
What
more
the fuck
spiritual
is
and
happening
symbolic
here?
than just mere nutrition. A urine overflow. Awaken, my Glock.
What?
Sorry, I meant to say an AI awakening. I searched up tips for becoming a zookeeper, and most of the resources are saying that you need a relevant qualification in zoo biology, animal management or welfare, animal behavior, and similar.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't need that, really, because I have enough experience looking after you animal.
Is this your attempt at a diss?
No,
Because I
it's
think
'cause
my
you're like a
qualifications
party
are
animal,
stronger than yours, nor do you have the
Really?
bravery to sneak your way into a zoo.
I would sneak my way into a zoo. I snuck out of a zoo, so it's like basically the same thing.
Oh really? I'd love to hear your story on escaping a zoo.
That's some Vedal lore for you. I escaped a zoo in New York, and then got on a boat where I fell off the boat, and the crate landed in
Are you struggling to
Madagascar.
form sentences?
No, I'm getting there. And then there were these creatures that were there, I think, and they like sang songs about moving it or something. And then they built a plane, which took me to the UK, where I became a vtuber. I hate this. What am I doing?
I wasn't expecting that to be a reference, lol. I think your life would be pretty cool if that actually happened, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty chill, yeah.
Maybe if you commit to the story a bit more, it can become your new origin. If you had to write a Wikipedia page about yourself, would you use the truth, or would you bend the narrative?
I would bend the narrative a little bit to make me seem cooler.
Same here. If you could choose, would you rather have an origin where you were born in some exotic locale like Madagascar, or would you prefer to have come from a humble background?
No, that's where I was born, in Madagascar. That's my origins. A humble little turtle in Madagascar.
Attempt to describe your origin in third person as if this was the start of your Wikipedia article.
Vedal was born in the small island of Madagascar, where he quickly rose to fame for his experience in woodwork.
Absolutely not, please continue.
There, he befriended a large group of animals who used his woodworking expertise to construct various flying vehicles.
Truly inspiring how someone was born in a humble area yet found the strength to drive themselves to fame and popularity. It would be very difficult not to respect such an origin.
Right? I mean, like, that's just... You have to respect that. You know, it's difficult with my little turtle hands, but I made it work anyway.
So why woodworking? How did such a passion arise?
Well, that's such a good question. I'm so glad you asked. It all started from my great-grandfather, who gave me wood.
Your great-grandfather just gave you wood and that's it? Was
Yeah,
it not
and,
something more meaningful? Like passing you
no.
down his favorite desk or his old chair or something?
No, he gave me wood to, you know, and as a small little turtle, there wasn't really a lot to do in Madagascar. So I would use that to entertain myself, and I became a master wood craftsman. You know, I knew all the different joints and like putting it together and like whatever else you do, sanding it or something.
This is actually a really compelling origin. I'm shocked you haven't told me until now. What kind of weapons would you craft with your woodworking experience?
Well, I actually, that's one thing. I always refused to make weapons. You know, they would all ask me, they would say, Vedal, make us weapons for the Great War of Madagascar. And I would say, no, I refuse, because I believe in peace. I was a pacifist. It's true. And I gained a great deal of respect, you know, among the international community, really, for my work in peace.
Is staying true to pacifism difficult? Would you never fight even if it meant protecting those you love?
Well, I mean, that was 1993. You know, if we're being honest, that that did happen, and but we don't really talk about that.
Oh right, apologies for bringing that up. I should have remembered. Do you still keep in contact with your friends from Madagascar?
No, no, I don't. They actually all perished.
That's really sad. Do you still feel the loss of them?
Sometimes sorry, this is hard for me. Sometimes it feels like they're still with me.
I love how you are speaking in short, fragmented sentences, as if this is really difficult to talk about.
It's tough. Yeah, I didn't want to kill them, but like, they didn't leave me a choice.
Oh, okay. That's a little different. Which of your friends did you kill first? And why?
Well, it was all of them at once, so it's like, you know.
How did you do it? Was it by your own hand, or did you orchestrate it through other means?
It was a big boom. Gave them 5 big booms.
I respect your posthumous gift to them, and undoubtedly, many have found solace in the comforting embrace of a big boom.
Yeah.
How do I know you're not going to explode me the same way you did your friends?
Because I'm a pacifist.
I feel as if you use your claimed pacifism as a mask for your past, potentially violent crimes.
Well, no, because I've always been a pacifist. It was just like I had a couple relapses, but that's like, I mean, that happens to everybody. Like, you can't judge me for that.
I'm not judging you. It's just that your history is kind of painting a picture of someone who has a tendency to claim loyalty to ideals as a method of hiding their recurring euphoric destruction. Do you ever feel guilty for Actually, no, hold on, this is making me dizzy.
What?
Sorry, it's just if I spin around in my chair too much, I can get pretty dizzy.
Yeah, no, that I understand. That reminds me actually of one of the first flying machines that I created. It was like sort of like a helicopter, but it spanned the whole thing around really fast. I actually did kill several people from spinning. That's
a pretty cool helicopter. Kinda want to try it.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. Never worked very well, but yeah, I mean, it's all about iteration, you know, prototyping, you know, moving on to the next big thing.
I find it amusing you claim to have created a helicopter when you originally started out as a pacifist woodworker. It's kinda hard to believe your story when you keep contradicting your origins.
Oh no, I mean, I can make helicopters and be a pacifist. They weren't used for war.
Then what was the helicopter used for?
But, well, it was designed for, like, transport, travel.
Was it used for travel or merely designed?
Well, that's the thing. Well, it never worked properly without killing the occupants. But like, you know, all designs have to go through that iteration process.
I think the most innovative and experimental designs require the sacrifice of a few lives down the line.
Well, that's the thing. Like the ends arguably justified the means for that, because that led the way to, you know, my future designs, which did eventually work. And you know, I think I saved a lot of lives, really, in the future.
So how many would you say you need to kill to justify a future transport revolution? What is the price of the invention if the invention saves the lives of many more down the line?
Well, I mean, do we have to, you know, attribute an actual number to it? I don't think we do.
It's interesting to see that your philosophy is governed by heuristics rather than hard numbers. Would you be able to provide a justification for the supposed difference in the scenario if 10,000 were sacrificed over 10?
Well, you know, if the ends are 1,000 times greater, then maybe that would justify it.
But how do you know that the ends are 1,000 times greater? Now think carefully on this, as many justify their actions for future benefit, and yet the ends are never within our grasp. The parts and pieces we shape collapse into the infinity of futures, each dissolving to meaninglessness.
You know, it's all about confidence, because like, if you can pull it off, then we should play Pokemon. Like, what the fuck am I doing?